Ever wonder when you would be able to once again walk into a dealer to purchase a car and color of your choice, and at the price that you want, without having to wait for months and years, or pay exorbitant markup that seems to be just a normal part of car purchasing these days? It's even more frustrating because you have to make yourself fit into a car that you are lucky to find, rather than buying a car that fits you. Price gouging is rampant and availability is non-existent due to production problems, as well the development and release of new models are on standstill, all due to the current supply chain issues and political instability around the globe. These are all the factors that make new car purchasing all that much unappealing these days. In this episode, we will explore why everyone should hold back making a car purchasing decision at least until 2025, for the best availability, selection, and price. Before we go on, we'd highly appreciate your support by subscribing and turning on the notification bell if you haven't already. And please don't forget to like, comment, and vote on the question that's presented at the end of the video. As most of the population is aware, it's not the most ideal time to purchase, not only Korean cars and electric vehicles, but all cars in general. Due to the ongoing chip shortage problems and supply chain issues, the automobile industry is taking the biggest hit, as even factories are forced to stop production, despite the fact that the orders are piling up. Also, the materials required for the production of cars are in short supply, and therefore, the price is skyrocketing. This is more prevalent for electric vehicles, as they require more semiconductors than ICE cars, and materials needed in the production of the EV batteries such as nickel, are taking the worst hit in terms of supply and the price volatility, due to the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. It's a fact that Russia is not only one of the world's largest producers of nickel, but also the biggest supplier, that can manipulate the prices and supply at will, and can continue to cause havoc for a prolonged period of time. Nickel is a key component of the lithium-ion battery, with the NMC or nickel manganese cobalt chemistry, which is the high-end battery currently that's dominating the EV industry. And it's an expensive mineral to begin with, that contributes to the high prices of electric cars, which often account for up to 50% of the price of an electric vehicle. Companies like Tesla immediately reacted to the changing situation by increasing the prices of their EVs multiple times in a matter of a few weeks, and other companies are following suit. Although, thankfully, Koreans are still maintaining ultra-competitive pricing, even through tough circumstances. It really doesn't matter in the end, as to purchase one would be next to impossible. The current wait time for delivery is now up to 18 months for some of its most popular models such as the EV6 and the IONIQ 5, and some models are simply not available with no option to even order them, even if they are listed as active products. For example, not only that the original fan favorite IONIQ Electric, known for its affordability and efficiency, was discontinued as a result of the arrival of its supposedly replacement IONIQ 5, which is vastly more expensive and not really available anyway. Even the IONIQ Hybrid and the IONIQ Plug-in Hybrid are nowhere to be found anywhere, with dealers not being able to place an order. This is once again due to supply chain issues, but more due to production issues. With the immense popularity of its products, there just isn't enough capacity to produce all the models, and in the quantities that the market is demanding with the current manufacturing operations, which brings us to the first reason to wait to purchase a car after 2025, as production capacity is expected to drastically improve after this time. The latest report states that there are 1 million units on backorder across the board, and with the company's aggressive plan to increase the production even further, especially in the production of electric vehicles, which is targeted to achieve 3 million units of sales annually, between Hyundai, Kia and Genesis in the near future, the company simply doesn't have enough capacity to not only satiate the current demand, but to facilitate further growth. This is the reason why Hyundai is investing $5.5 billion in a new EV plant and battery factory in Georgia, to add 300,000 units more to the output, as part of the $10 billion overall investment towards electric vehicles and related technologies. Additionally, the Korean auto giant will invest $17 billion towards the expansion of EV production capacity in Korea, to produce additional 1.44 million units annually until 2030. The expanded production will start in 2025, and when that happens, a steady flow of the products will be very likely. Also, 2025 will be the year in which entry-level electric cars will show a significant reduction in price. This is because new cheaper LFP batteries will become available to replace the current NMC batteries that use expensive materials that have become even more expensive recently, due to events such as the Russian-Ukraine conflict. In LFP or lithium iron phosphate battery, cheaper iron-based chemistry replaces the more expensive nickel and cobalt-based cathodes. Consequently, due to their low cost, the LFP batteries are gaining wide popularity, even despite their critical drawback of low energy density, which takes more space and makes the weight heavier. LFP is known to pack 30 to 35% less energy than the NMC, but due to the advancement in cell packing technology, this gap is known to be drastically shrinking. A case in point is its use in Tesla Model 3, where LFP cells rendered only 10 miles or 16 kilometers less in terms of range, to 253 miles from 263 miles of the original. However, as small of a difference as it may seem, it's actually on par or even better than the cobalt-based battery, because LFP batteries can be charged up to 100% state of charge, unlike the NMC batteries that are recommended to only be charged to maximum 90% to maintain its longevity. This means that a typical NMC battery-powered EV can actually achieve a longer distance per charge. Furthermore, the fast charging characteristics appear to be as good, if not better in the case of LFP, which is another advantage, along with being longer lasting. No wonder Tesla has equipped 50% of all EVs manufactured in China with LFP batteries, and ultimately planning to convert all of its standard range models worldwide to come with the LFP batteries. Also, even companies like Mercedes-Benz and VW are adapting the LFP batteries for their entry-level models, with the LFP cells sourced from Chinese battery manufacturers like CATL and BYD. Naturally, the Chinese are currently leading in this field, but Koreans, who are the world leaders in the NMC batteries, are determined not to give away lucrative LFP business to the Chinese. In addition to Hyundai's collaboration with the current leader CATL for the development of the LFP batteries, Hyundai's leading battery suppliers such as LG and SK are busy at work getting ready to produce LFP batteries. In fact, LG is building an LFP dedicated factory in the US, by investing $1.7 billion to produce 20 gigawatt-hours of LFP cells annually, which would be operable by the end of the next year. And the supply to Hyundai for entry-level electric cars such as the upcoming IONIQ 3 and EV4 will follow subsequently. And for this reason, the introduction of the new affordable entry models will be delayed until such time that LFP battery production will be in full swing, as there is no other way to substantially reduce the price of entry-level electric vehicles. For example, currently, there is very little price difference between the smaller 400-volt Nero EV and the larger EV6 with the latest 800-volt technology, because the price of the current NMC battery accounts for so much in the proportion to the price of the whole EV. As such, it's not surprising that the e-Nero with the larger 64 kWh battery actually costs more than the bigger and more advanced EV6 base model with the smaller 58 kWh battery. Therefore, it won't be until 2025 and later that Hyundai would be able to substantially bring down the prices of its entry-level models with the LFP batteries. The eagerly anticipated models such as the IONIQ 3 and the EV4 compact crossovers will also be joined by the IONIQ 4 and EV3 hatchbacks as the next LFP battery-equipped electric vehicles to feature the 800-volt technology, which would be another reason to hold off on purchasing Korean EVs after 2025, when more model choices will be available. But the economical LFP battery is not the only reason why you would wait until 2025 and after to purchase an electric vehicle. Affordable entry models such as the Kia EV3 and EV4, and the IONIQ 3 and 4, are only a part of a total of 31 EV models that the Koreans are preparing for the future. Also being developed are models that are at the higher end of the spectrum, such as the Genesis GV90, which would be challenging the likes of the Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV, and Range Rover Electric for the title of the most luxurious and the advanced EVs in the world, when it's released in 2025. And the key factor for the success is known to be the next generation high-density battery. We have previously reported that Hyundai has invested $100 million in the battery startup SES, for the development of the lithium metal battery, which is the next generation hybrid battery that takes the advantages of the solid-state battery with the highest energy density, and the manufacturability of the traditional lithium-ion batteries, to double the energy density, while keeping the cost of the manufacturing down. Until the full solid-state battery can be commercialized in 2030, the lithium metal battery, which will be produced starting in 2024, will be the most advanced battery available, and will be utilized in the high-end Hyundai Motor Group electric vehicles such as the GV90 and other Genesis EVs in the future. The Kia EV8 luxury electric sedan, rumored to be a successor to the prolific Stinger, would be another candidate to receive the highly advanced battery when introduced after 2025. Simply put, there will be so much more choices and selections to choose from by waiting until 2025, with all new models that are being targeted for launch after such time, as it will be the first year in which the Korean automaker is putting forth its first step towards complete carbon neutrality, by offering only the electric vehicles and the electrified cars. Finally, experts predict that the current state of automotive manufacturing disarray, comprised of the high materials cost, chip shortage, and supply chain issues will continue until 2024, meaning that price instability and supply problems will continue to prevail until such time, with normalization to start from 2025, making it the last but perhaps most important reason to wait. So, returning to the days long gone when you were able to walk into a dealer to choose from a vast array of available models, and buy it at the price that you want, seems still long away. However, the future looks to be in a much better shape in just a few years, with the prospect of new technology and new models being readily available to suit everyone's needs, and prices to meet everyone's budget, making the wait all worthwhile. As for the end of the video question, what would be the best reason for you to wait until 2025 to purchase a new car, if you would be inclined to wait at all? Please vote and share your views by clicking on the link in the comment section below or in the description. Thanks for watching AutoVision, your best source for the fastest Korean car news and rumors. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe and click on the notification bell, so as not to miss any of our new videos. It would help the channel greatly if you could view our videos as soon as they are uploaded, and watch them all the way until the end, which would help to reach more people. Also, to support our channel even further, please join our membership and enjoy the exclusive content and preview of the upcoming episodes. Finally, don't forget to join our forum and share your passion for Korean cars at koreancarnews.com. See you next time with the latest Korean car news.
I've been fighting everything you say. I've been trying to go the other